Plan. Well, basically the video already started, so there is no plan. Just natural, as always.
Okay.
Alright guys, big welcome to you all to our channel. You have my two beautiful teammates chilling over there, happy with their gold medal. Yeah. So during the this Spring Fest, we had multiple crushing the meta teams, and one of them was able to get first place. There are lots and lots of stories that come with this team. You guys have already seen the deck profile on JJ, so some stories have been told, but we don't mind telling them again. So in today's video, we will talk about Sven's deck. So Sven is our Pale Moon specialist. He basically plays every Pale Moon deck there is to make. And now we're talking about V. Maybe there will also be a time that we will talk about Premium, but for now it will be V. And the team that Sven and Robin played in was basically Robin played Himiko, Sven played Nightmare Dolls, and JJ played his Jewel Knights.
Yes.
And you played on A. Glacy and Robin played on... No, you played C.
I played C.
You played C. Sven played A.
He played A.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You played A.
You played A, I B.
Probably.
Oh, no.
No,
JJB.
JJB, you played C.
C.
Yeah, because JJ played the... You played the string. you was team captain on both days.
Yep.
Yeah, I was keen team captain on both days.
Yeah, so you played A. All right. Okay, so the day started perfectly. When...
No, I did not.
story time.
So our beloved teammate JJ, while we were all standing in line, and I will never forget this exact moment. He was holding this backpack, and he turned and said, "Guys, you're gonna laugh." And then he shared with us the news that he did not bring his deck, the Jewel Knight deck from the hotel with him. Lo and behold, we got into the car, drove back real quickly, picked up the deck and registered. But yeah, from being all early and prepared, early in line to like, cutting it kind of close.
Close, yeah. In the last few teams.
Yeah.
And the thing is with this team that actually they played with the idea to just have a fun day. There were no expectations at all. Everybody played basically the deck that they were most comfortable with. And you saw that during their games. Like, the energy was all positive. There was no discussion with judges or opponents or whatsoever. The game went very smoothly, I think, from the first game to the last game. And it was amazing because seeing them do so well and then get in the top 8, then top 4, and then playing the finals against our friends from Belgium. It was amazing.
Yep.
But let's zoom in a little bit on Pale Moon, a little bit on Sven. So let's first go through the deck and then later on come back and talk a little bit about the matchups and what did you play against and how did everything go. So when it comes to V, you basically have multiple decks that you could build. Why did you choose to play this deck?
Nightmare Dolls.
Yeah.
Mostly as that I have most feeling with Nightmare Dolls because I play Nightmare Dolls already before the V.
Yeah.
And this deck is always having fun with me, Nightmare Dolls.
Oh.
And also I play it also in the Premium. So the
So
combinations.
you know the deck in and out.
In and
you
out.
feel very comfortable with playing.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's correct. And there was Silverthorn, still some combinations like it's always playing the same combination.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like no. I want a little bit fun in Nightmare Dolls. You have much more combinations that you can play.
Yeah. Okay, show us the deck.
Just deck. Okay. Go easy from 0 to 3. So for triggers, mostly know first the new heal triggers, only also the luck nightmare dolls, so that gives extra luck.
Yeah.
Perfect guards for draw, and then the other triggers were all front triggers. I choose only front triggers because I go for multi-attacks and not for single attacks.
Yeah.
That is the easiest way. So for after this we go to the...
You benefit a lot more from having a front, because the front will give at least 3 attackers extra 10k, but normally it's way more than 3, but at least let's say 3.
3.
And from that moment on, if you get a crit, then your opponent will be able to guard your Vanguard and the one who got the crit. But if you have a front, then basically they have to keep guarding everything.
Keep guarding.
Yeah.
And in the end you will see there will be always more than 2, 3, maybe 5 rear guards. So
yeah. Also, your opponent doesn't know that you don't play a crit. Even if they kind of know, they sometimes still 2 to pass your Vanguard or no pass your Vanguard, because they think sometimes you still may get a crit.
Yeah.
So
then you have the great ones. The newest, the Abigail. Then we have the Beverly, and final not least, Edith. That are the great ones that we use. You know, great ones, those two, just for power. And this one of the effects, is mostly you can use and will use.
Yeah.
It's so easy for preparing for the next rounds. Then we have the grade 2s. We have 3 jumping Jills. Then all 4 Namadol Marissas and the Rhodas. So we see, also you know, Namadol Marissa, just for effect in your hand, for the grade 3s and grade 1s that you need. Great. The Rhoda for the attacks, and Jumping Jill for extra possibilities and effects.
this card is very, very flexible. Sometimes you get into a situation where your field doesn't look the way you want it to, and this card could make it better. And this one is for consistency. The card is too good not to play. You need to play 4 of.
Yeah, that's true. Then the most important things, the grade 3s. A little bit the engine of the deck. At least only 2 Alices.
It's also beautiful to play both
Yeah.
cards.
4 Chelsea and 4 Carols. So you see, all the cards are important for your deck. Grade 3s. So as Carol, Chelsea and Alice is a possibility for options.
Yeah.
And also for backup for both decks. If you have no Chelsea, works well. No Carols, works perfect with Chelsea.
Yeah.
If you have no Chelseas, works perfect with Carol. Both ways.
Yeah.
So, then we now go to the information and questions.
Yeah, so basically, as you can see, the way that Sven built his deck is to make it as consistent as you can. When it comes to Nightmare Dolls or Pale Moon in general, you could also choose to play lots of one-offs. Like you say, I play 1 of this and 1 of that, or 2 of this and 2 of that. But the problem in that is that sometimes you get a very, very, very strange hand where you be like, okay, what do I do with this?
Yeah.
And if you try to make the deck more consistent, so you play lots of 4-offs, then you make it easier for yourself, especially if you play in a tournament with like 6-7 rounds of Swiss, then top 8, then finals. Then at one point in time, your mind will go to a little bit of autopilot. And that's also one of the reasons why this deck is so good, is it's flexible. It could go for different options, and it is very good in what it does. It's very consistent. Like, you could always choose to go this route if you have the right cards. Now the question about the matchups that you played. So we played 6 rounds of Swiss, I think. 6 games, right?
5 or 6, I'm not sure.
I think we played 6, then
No, I think we played
5.
5 and 6 on the second day.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
5 rounds.
Okay. So how did you go as a team actually?
What is the team?
So team won 4-1.
No, 3-2.
Sure.
3-2. The first 2 we won. The third we lost. The first we won.
The fifth we lost as
And
well.
fifth we lost.
Yeah, you're right, 3-2.
And we lost from the teams that were in the top 8.
That's true, which we didn't beat.
We bet both teams that we played against, we got a rematch.
That was the semi-finals and the finals.
No, quarterfinals and finals.
Quarterfinal and finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played the team we just lost to in the last round was our first opponent in the top 8.
That was the first team.
Yeah.
No.
Ah, okay. So basically, if should be that one team went undefeated.
Yep.
And that's the team you lost against. So you because you went 3-1. You went
3-2. We went 3-2.
Yeah, you went 3-1 and played the 4-0.
We ended up being 5th, and the team we lost to last round was 4th, so we had to fight them again right away.
Oh,
Right away.
interesting. Interesting. So both went 3-1.
We didn't even move chairs. Just
No. Same spot, same chair,
Okay.
same opponent.
different outcome now.
All right. So talking about your deck, because you played multiple opponents,
Multiple opponents.
different decks. Were there some decks that you had troubles with?
Most decks were a problem with was like the really fast rush decks.
Okay.
But most of the opponents, when I'm going second, those decks were like, if they don't need counterblast, they attack you.
Okay.
And that's the only best weakness of this deck is defense. You can take 1 turn, you can take it. 2 turns, no.
So if you go second, then they have a very strong first turn. Then you have to finish them.
Yeah.
If you don't finish them, then that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, because you will already be sitting on 4 damage, maybe even 5 damage.
4 or 5 damage, and you have only 3-4 cards left.
Yeah. Okay. And I think one of the most interesting things that people ask about, even in the comments, is, okay, we saw the deck, but we didn't see it in action. So we want to maybe see a match of the deck, maybe playing against Glacian later. But show us the combo. Like, what's your favorite ride? Let's go from grade 1 to...
That's the nicest from this deck. It's not very important which one you ride.
Okay.
The most important is here, it's like what you have at your 3rd turn when you go grade 3.
Okay.
The next turns.
So show us let's say the best scenario. Let's say you have 3 face-up damage and let's say 1 face down. So this is your damage. Show us best case scenario.
Best case scenarios, at least Nijmegen Beverly behind your Vanguard and you ride Carol.
Okay.
Best option is you have 1 Carol at least in your soul. That's the best thing that you can have. After that, you can have this one lying here, jumping Jill. That's most things. But the important thing is how much Chelsea and Alice's you have. Because how much you have of those, how much rewrite attacks you can make.
Okay. You mean in your hand?
On the field.
Okay.
Like best option. It's like
to-
this.
yeah.
Is the best option what you have to attack with. So you know we have 3 damage. So rewrite most times. Then the soul best is not how much, to have those cards.
Just some attackers.
Some attackers.
Yeah.
And also what most fun is having jumping Jill
Yeah.
in your soul.
Okay. So let's say this is your first grade 3 turn. Your opponent was he went first, he gave you enough damage, and you use 1 for the grade 2 turn, and this is your turn.
Yeah. Then what most fun is about this deck?
You need dices?
Power.
Dices.
Yeah. Because otherwise you forget. But the best combo is then like, if you play it in front of them, they get 5k. That's one of the nicest things. Then easiest, no triggers, maybe 1. Different cards. Have some. Okay, then you attack first with your Vanguard. Only a Vanguard, no booster. Okay, you get your drives check. No front, it's like first. Oh, you got nothing. No, not bad. Then you can choose, most effective is choose first the Chelsea, the Excel marker. Because the power here is 20, 17. That's the easiest to choose. Choose this. Then it's one thing you have to think about, its effect. Put it in the soul, you can do it. That's what a few opponents also is like. Does your opponent need the rear guards and does he need soul? The second effect, you can use it or you don't.
Yeah.
It's your choice against which opponent you play.
Basically, you have to activate as much of the skill as you can.
And
If there is nothing for them to put in soul, well, it doesn't matter, the skill still activates. Because it's not a cost, it's part of the skill.
yeah. Then you discard 2 cards, what you like, what you want. Discard 2 cards. Okay. Then you rewrite the other Chelsea of Carol.
That you already had in your soul.
Also already in your soul. Use it. Gets 5k and you use the effect again. Top 5. And get an extra Excel marker. When you're lucky, top 5 maybe one of those.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lucky, you have them. If you don't, no card.
Let's say you are the first time.
First time you are Carol. Okay, nice. Extra. Then you go on, counterblast, don't forget counterblast, pay. Then you use it again. Attack again.
Let's say this time you got a front trigger.
You got a front trigger
And nothing.
and jumping Joe. I make only 1 drive check, that you don't forget. Because you only get 1 drive. Yeah. Get a front trigger. So everything gets now power. I think nice. Now, it's most thing you have to think about, okay, I only have 2 left, so next turn, to use effects less. Then you have to think, how much Excel markers do I get? Get an extra Excel marker, 1 empty, so I can boost now.
Mm-hmm.
So now you boost, attack again, same effect, goes in the soul. Discard 2 cards, rewrite. Then it's most fun. Then you go to Chelsea. Chelsea gets 5k.
You get another Excel.
And an Excel marker. And you draw another card. And then you attack with Chelsea with booster. Counterblast. After the drive check, you call 2 units. Most of the players think like attack first with her. Then you use the combo. It's like with Jumping Jill. And call a Rhoda. Then it's the question, why did I choose for Jumping Jill? Two effects. First, it gets 5k from Beverly. It gets 10k from Chelsea. And then her own effect. Put a card in your soul and call another one in the back row. And you call Edith. And Edith gets power for each nightmare doll. 2, 4, 6. So it gets 12k. And the same is with Rhoda. So it's 22. And this is where the nicest part comes from. Is now your attacks are powerful than normal.
Yeah.
And if you count it like normal, this attack is now 20, 30, 39, 44. That's one big attack. And also you can, if you have 2 Jumping Jills, you can do it twice.
Yeah. So as you can see, the idea behind the deck is that your first few attacks are weak, but they are also attacks that your opponent want to guard. Because if you attack for 17, they want to stop it because it's the Vanguard attack. And then you attack with this, it is also 17. They want to drop the 10k, 15k. They will sometimes drop even more shield value on the first few attacks. Then come the later attacks and they will be like, okay, now we can guard this or let it through. But because the attacks are so high, they have to let them through. Sometimes they also make the mistake on letting the first few through to get triggers. So let's say that you attack for 17. They'll be like, maybe I get a trigger, the other attacks will not hit. But then you will see later on your attacks will be bigger, so they will still hit. So it puts your opponent in a situation where they don't really know what to do. If they get triggers, doesn't matter, these attacks are high enough. And you also don't really lose much of hand. Because they think, okay, you get 1 drive check, but you have to discard 2 cards. Yeah, but don't forget, you get exile too, so you also draw a card. So you don't really minus hand. You make more attacks just by counterblasting, and it doesn't really cost you anything from your hand. So normally, if you have the right setup, you have the right cards on the field or on hand, you could pretty much go for the big turn. As you can see, as Sven already explained, these are basically just to make stronger attacks. But your combo cards are actually your grade 3 cards. As long as you get the right grade 3s into your hand or into your soul, you're good to go. All right.
And as always, at the end of turns, it's like your opponent cannot do anything. Combinations. You can also use Abigail to get the combination back.
Yeah.
What you need.
And to just set up for next turn.
For next turn.
Yeah. All right. I think that you guys basically, from like small combo like this, you could understand like what the deck is capable of. But as we said, it's because it's played by the right player. As we said, Sven have played Blue Moon for a very long time. You have to be smart when to push, when to wait, when to give your opponent too much damage, when not to. Sometimes you want to give them damage at the early game and then let them hit your Vanguard back, because as long as they give you Counterblast, you're good to go. You could finish them. You could make so many attacks, you could finish them. Or they would have to be very lucky to get 2 or 3 defensive triggers. Then sometimes the deck will stop, or you make some strong attacks, but not everything will hit. And then it's also up to you as a Nightmare Doll player to say, continue on the combo, lose Counterblast, or wait, hit the rare guards. You have lots of options.
Yeah, it's like the combination, you can use it so much time that you like.
Yeah.
If you want just 1, 2, 3, 4 damage, that's it, and next turn kill him.
It's up to you.
Use it only once.
Yeah.
Rewrite with Chelsea, first turn, straight away. You don't lose anything.
Yeah. All right. That's actually it for the deck profile, or talking about the deck. We already, of course, talked about how the team went during the tournament. So you had the chance again to play against multiple players, against multiple decks. Did you see a big difference between the one deck and another? Like sometimes when you play against Force, does it make a big difference than playing against Excel? Were there some decks that could take some of your regards out that you were not thinking about?
No, what different was if you play against some Excel, it's when they go first, it's much heavier.
Yeah, it's very explosive.
It's very explosive. Then you have only mostly opponent's cards. When against Force, it's much more like, okay, the second turn I have to from them.
Yeah.
It's be heavy. First turn, you have to prepare for the second turn. Yeah, Protect, I didn't see it.
There were not really much of
just
protects.
One.
Maybe some Tredoras or
No, it was
Maycomies.
Nuba?
no, it was the blue. It was
Grand Blue.
Grand
Okay,
Blue.
Grand Blue.
Oh yeah, Grand Blue, yes, of course. Yeah.
Grand Blue.
We have seen some Grand Blue players.
Yeah.
Alright. Any last words you want to tell them?
Have fun, play the game, and watch our channel.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing when it comes to this team. As we have explained at the start of the video, the team had the mindset to just enjoy and play and have fun. And that's also like when the name was called, like we have won the tournament, crushing the meta, and you guys went on the podium to get the medals and everything. Like you saw, like everybody was so happy. Like they were very proud. Hey, I played against them. Oh, I played against them. And they were very, very, very happy for us that we got first place. And normally, like when you see like the teams that get first place or get to the top 8 go on podium, like most people would be less happy because of Rule Shark or because of judge this or judge that. But yeah, I was very happy that was very, very, very smooth. Everybody was very happy. The tournament, the organization was also very good. I did like the place where we played.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very, very, like the tables were like separate from one another. And we had enough room to play. It was a nice shop. So very well organized by Bushi and the team from France, from Mouveau. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in our channel. If you haven't checked JJ's deck profile yet for Jewel Knights, you can check that out. And of course, stay tuned for Himiko. She will be up on the channel very soon. Till next time.
Till next time.